I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby. Welcome to the Spiel with Angie. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Welcome back.
What? Welcome back. Thank you. Let me tell you what. I got a message right now for our viewers.
Because you were gone like...
It was a long time, dude. It was a long, and listen, my heart hurts, and God knows, and I'm sorry, and it will never happen again. It might, my significant other says it will never happen again because he says I broke you once, I will not break you twice. I went water skiing, okay? You guys familiar with the whole sport of water skiing? It is a sport, okay? I have been a slalom skier, which means what, Ben the intern?
1 foot.
That's Jason, the partner. Okay, Ben the intern, did you know one ski? Yes. I have been a slalom skier my whole life, which means I get up on one. I can't drop, I can't start on two, whatever. So I'm water skiing on one my whole life. So anyway, you know, when you spend a lifetime doing slalom skiing or skiing on one and you ask for two, you're taking some risk. Okay, remember this. My sister says, what are you doing? You're a slalom skier, you're not a two ski person. Anyway, so I plane out on the right one, get up on the left, don't know what to do with the left ski ducks under the water, we're going 27 miles an hour, it's not going to be pretty. So anyway, 3 tendons. Apparently it's, did you know your hamstring is like a braid in the back? There are 3 tendons. Intern Ben, yes, 3 tendons, okay? It all pulled away. 6 centimeters. They apparently operate on athletes, individuals, if it's a 2 to 3 centimeter tear. Mine was 6. I like to, you know what I mean? I'm an overachiever. I like to go, when I go, I'm going big, boo. It's gonna be like huge. Anyway, so I visit these doctors in St. Louis who work primarily on, not that I'm dropping names, you ready for this? The professional hockey players, baseball players, and basketball players, and then there's Angie. It's like, what do you do with her, you know? So anyway, I said, look, can I pray this away? Is it gonna go away? Can I get up? Can I keep walking? Is it gonna be fine? And he goes, no, come here. So I lay down on the table, on my stomach, and he put my leg up at a 90-degree angle and said, resist me, right? Resist me. This is the true test, okay? I don't believe my hamstring's been torn away. He said, resist me. It was that bad. There was like bone and skin. It was like, if you want me to show you the scar, guys, you know I'll show it. Oh, Jason says no. If Jason says no, I probably don't need to share that with you guys. But anyway, surgery, everything's great. We're back on point, so we're good. Are we gonna ski again? Only on what?
Only on the right leg.
Only on the right leg. That's right, with the left one tucked nicely back there. So anyway, this show is much about working together, teamwork, how we can become unified in videography, song, laughter, and good food, right? All right, we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
One of my first times in Southern Illinois. Yeah, thank you guys. It was a little weird. I Googled Hispanic population in Carterville, and it said just go to a Mexican restaurant. That's all it said.
Chef Lasse Sorensen, one of my favorites. Super excited. You've laid out what we're going to do here today.
What we're making is kind of like a tuna tartare, and we serve it in a restaurant in a martini glass, so I just dubbed it tuna teeny.
Tuna teeny. I
Yes.
like it.
We can all agree that time is by far our most valuable resource. The pace of life today makes saving time more important than ever. With the Bank of Heron new mobile app, you can deposit checks, transfer funds, or keep track of transactions and balances all from your phone. Use your Bank of Heron debit card with the new mobile app and save even more time for the things that matter most. Available now. Download on Apple Store or Google Play. The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
How's it going, everybody? Oh, my name is Jorge Machaen. I'm so glad to be on the Spiel today. One of my first times in Southern Illinois. Yeah, thank you guys. It was a little weird. I Googled Hispanic population in Carterville, and it said just go to a Mexican restaurant. That's all it said. So I grew up in Western Kentucky. I don't know if you guys have been down there to the big city of Paducah, but it's a nice little town. A little strange. Dating was a little weird. For example, I went on a date with this one girl, and she goes, "Hey, my parents want to meet you." I'm like, "Well, that's a new one." Okay, cool, let's do it. So we get to her house. We're about to go in, and I'm like, "Hey, did you tell your parents that I'm Mexican?" She goes, "Yeah, they're really excited." This is a very confusing moment for me. So we knock on the door. Mom comes to the door, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, we have Taco Tuesday every 3 weeks. You should come by sometime." I'm like, "Okay, I hate to break it to you, but I have Taco Tuesday every day." The dad was in the background wearing a sombrero, a serape, going, "Amigo," holding a donkey. I'm like, "Where did you get that donkey from, man?" His mom goes, "Hey, you know what would be a great idea if we went to a Mexican restaurant and you ordered food for us in Spanish." I was like, "Yeah. Sure." So we go to the spot, right? We go in. The brother's like, "Hey, man, I just want some chicken and rice. What should I say?" I'm like, "Arroz con pollo." Because you can't just jump into a prank, right? You just got to ease your way in. Mom's like, "Hey, I want some fish tacos." I'm like, "What's wrong with you and tacos? Get some." I'm like, "Tell the waiter this. Tengo lombrices. Gracias." If you don't know what that means is, I have worms. Thank you. The dad was like, "Hey, man, do you guys have any secret menu that we don't know about?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." Tell the waiter this. Ahí viene la migra. If you guys don't know what that means is, here comes immigration. The whole place cleared out so fast. It's like, not even the manager? Okay, whatever. So it's been great. I ended up marrying that girl. Yeah, thank you. Oh, round of applause. And I still have Taco Tuesday. We mix it up a little bit. No, but it's great. It's weird though, whenever we first started talking, when we first started dating really, and we're talking about the idea of getting married and being engaged and all that. It's weird how women change their minds so quickly, right? Because when we first started talking about it, she was like, "I don't want a big ring, right? If you ever propose, I just want something quiet. I don't want people around. And if we have like a reception, just a small family gathering, right?" And then whenever I finally decided that I was going to propose to my wife, she was like, "Let's go look at rings." And I'm like, "Okay." We go to these jewelry stores. She's like, "Oh my goodness, this is the one I want." I'm like, "That's $24,000. Let's get on Pinterest and see if we can figure out how to make our own rings." Then she was like, "If you propose, wouldn't it be awesome if you just got like the Lion King Broadway ensemble and just did like a whole surprise thing. I was like, what happened? Oh, and if we have a reception, can we do one here at home in Paducah? And then can we also do one in Mexico for your family that can't really come over? And then also one in Germany for my family that I haven't seen in like 8 years? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, man. Like I said, dating was a little weird. I want to come up with a dating site for Hispanic people. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's not one. Right? There's dating sites for Jewish people, Christian mingle, right? Black people meet, farmers. There's a dating site for farmers, and I know some of you guys, this is like all Midwest. You guys are watching this right now. You're going, yeah, this is where I met my girlfriend. But yeah, I want to come up with a dating site for my people. Call it Spicy Connection. Right? Wow. That is a good, caliente. That is muy caliente, yes. That is like $1 million peso idea, about $100. So if anybody wants to go in with me, we can make some real money. Well, here's what inspired me. Farmers Only, like I said earlier. I love their promotions, their commercials. Because it's two good old boys hanging out in front of a barn, right? Like, man, where's Gary at? I don't know where Gary is. And the dog's like, Gary's on a date. And they're like, where did he find a date? Well, on Farmers Only. Well, I'll be, right? And then a bunch of hot girls riding horses come out. And they're like, you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Ooh. It's like, that's false advertisement because, for one, I've been on Farmers Only. I went on there to check it out for the research of this joke. No Mexicans. We're the majority of the farmers, guys. Just letting you know. But here's how mine's going to take place, all right? Jose and Pablo are hanging out. They're on break, all right? Sitting on a table, Chinese restaurant. Come on, guys. We all know Chinese people ain't cooking Chinese food in this country. All right. So Jose and Pablo are hanging out. Jose's super sad. Pablo's like, hey, man, why the long face, homie? He's just like, man, I just want some love. All right? And then out of nowhere, a mariachi band comes out. Why the long face? You need some affection. I know the right place. Spicy Connection, yeah! Yeah! And then a bunch of housekeepers come out holding babies and strollers. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's gonna be wild in there. I'm not gonna throw some just any hot chicks in there. Thank you guys. My name's Jorge. That'll probably be edited out.
That's funny stuff.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I just shared with you earlier that it means something when you can poke fun at yourself. I think,
right.
You know? Is your family okay with some of the jokes?
Well, they don't understand English, so they'll never get this. Yeah.
When did it start for you? When did you realize you were a funny guy?
About 2 days ago. No, I started about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it was a process, and I watched enough comedy, enough comedians and interviews to understand that it was not an overnight thing to even get funny. And when I first started, I loved Dane Cook.
Okay.
And I was like, that's what I want. I want like he was
back a little bit.
Yeah, he did stadiums. I was like, man, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And reality is, when you live in Western Kentucky, you're gonna do a lot of bars.
Yeah. To start.
Yeah. Even now, it can be rough. It can be rough, but I love doing it, and it's really the one thing that I've been consistent about for a long period of time, because I've had a lot of jobs where I work in 2-3 months, a year maybe, and I'm like, I'm tired of this. And for something that initially doesn't pay, and you have to travel so much, and there's all this.
You've got the wife now, you're trying to do all the receptions. I mean, it's tough, to get around all this way.
Right. And it just, I don't know, like I've just kept doing it, and I really enjoy it, and I hope it takes me a little bit further than I'm now.
Well, we wish you the best. If people want to follow you, is there a Facebook, website? Where do they learn
Yeah,
more?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can go to my website and find me from there because spelling my last name's a nightmare. Jorge Comedy, Jorge comedy.com.
Awesome.
Not WHO.
Not
that Jorge.
No.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
You're the best.
Thank you very much.
You.
Awesome.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
Packed my bags and saw the letter written, spinning where I might be bound. Never could find the words to say to you, and I'd rather not be found.
This is very interesting too, what I'm cooking now.
Okay.
It's a bacon wrapped salmon. And this is great for wine lovers that likes red wine, because you can introduce, and we have Pinot Noir today, but
There you go.
that bacon will totally
It makes
make
sense.
that red wine work with
Okay,
this.
perfect.
Thank you for coming out. It's Jason Powell here with Legion's Bank at our Chamber After Hours event. Legion's loves local. We love our local customers, we love our local business. We try to help them market their business any chance we get. We're excited about our special announcement tonight, our new branch location.
We had purchased the old Fifth Third building. We've been working on a redesign plan and a little expansion to it. It's going to be a great addition to the city of Marion.
And we're really excited to show the community what we're going to bring to town.
Primary brand that we sell is Kubota.
It's been a very good line for us. We cater more to the sundown farmer, the hobby farmer, the guys that like to have the toys in the yard, work on their hunting properties.
Right now, take advantage of 0% APR for 84 months and payments as low as $129 per month on the Kubota L2 501 tractor. See dealer for details.
We're a Kubota dealership. It's really about asking questions to try to deliver what the customer's expectations are. Our website, fbmcfoods.com. We're happy to talk with you via email or on the phone or come in.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/Spiel On. The Spiel presents You're On, 100% original new music.
Hi, I'm Ethan Stephenson, and this is Rolling On Home.
Now there are so many miles between, even more misunderstood. Though she thought she'd make me alive again, well, I never thought she would. Give my heart out to some city lights, and a girl I hardly knew. Never thought it'd be better spent running from the lovesick blues. But I'll keep rolling on home to you. But I'll keep rolling on. Packed my bags and saw the letter written, spinning where I might be bound. Never could find the words to say to you, and I'd rather not be found. So say goodbye from Chicago, I might see you in the spring. Hope to find one truth out there that means not such a fickle thing. But I'll keep rolling on home to you. But I'll keep rolling on.
at a vision of a girl out there waiting far across the waves. She never promised she'd make me love again, but at least she knew my name. But I'll keep rolling on home to you. But I'll keep rolling on. But I'll keep rolling on home to you. But I'll keep rolling on.
When you have questions about your pregnancy, you shouldn't have to wait for answers. That's why the Patient Support Center at Heartland Women's Healthcare handles more than 6,000 calls per week. Our patients can talk directly with a live nurse to get questions answered by a qualified professional. Patients can even use the Heartland Women's Healthcare app to get answers, pay a bill, or make their next appointment. When our patients have questions, we have a team dedicated to finding answers. Heartland Women's Healthcare.
You're watching The Spiel.
Ethan Taylor Stephenson, you are on. How does it feel?
I'm happy to be here.
You're on and you're happy to be here. Very good. We've determined it's a very small world, right?
Yes.
Some of us have run in similar circles.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was impressed. Look, I like to stalk our guests and look on Facebook, and I saw like PhD. You're working towards that.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a fourth year PhD at SIU in English.
In English.
Yeah.
And that will help you write perhaps a chart-topping song, right? Is that what we're
We'll
going to apply that to?
Yeah, I'm actually not in the creative writing side. I'm on the literature side. But yeah, it certainly helped
Very nice.
with my writing. I've always liked to write and read, so yeah.
You said you picked up music like forever ago. How did that happen?
Over
When did
half
that
my
start?
life ago. 13 years old, I convinced my parents to get me a guitar for my birthday.
Okay.
And I've been at it ever since.
Taught yourself?
Yep.
Really? YouTube, or you just knew? You just had the ear?
Well, that was before YouTube.
Okay,
So, but yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Now I'm not quite sure when YouTube was
And
invented.
I asked you today because some of your pictures you'll see the harmonica and such. So
Yes.
obviously you like a couple of different instruments.
Yeah, Dylan was a huge influence on me growing up, so
Okay.
I picked up the harmonica about
Nice.
the same time, and yeah.
It's hard to sing, to blow in the harmonica, to play, to stay on. Is that a lot?
Right. Yeah, I've just been doing it for a long time, so
Okay.
it's not so bad now. But yeah, starting off, you got multiple things going at once.
Are you writing all your own stuff?
We play some covers. I have a band.
Okay.
And I do solo to fill the 3 hours gigs that are common around here.
Right.
I do some covers.
Okay.
Plus, people want to hear some songs they recognize. But I have a good 2 hours worth of original music that I can do if I need to.
Awesome. Good for you. So in addition to just being really smart and a good musician, a fabulous talent, you're kind of adventurous as well. I noticed you did a little mountain climbing.
Yeah, so I did my master's in northern Colorado.
Okay.
So of course I had to take advantage
There
of the
you go.
mountains and the outdoors out there. So
That changes your perspective on life, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It provides another window.
Especially climbing those 14ers. It's a whole new world out there when you get that high.
It is. It is. I did 18. I didn't think I was going to make it down.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was 18. I think is just before you need the oxygen.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I needed it then, desperately. But what can we expect from you? What do you envision in the near future for yourself?
So right now, I'd like to get to 100 shows this year.
Okay.
That's kind of a little milestone.
Terry can help you do that.
Yes.
Top
yes,
talent
Terry
there.
Hammond.
Top Talent Booking, is that
That's
right?
correct,
Okay,
yep, Top Talent Booking. I've been working with Terry for about 6 months now.
Okay.
Got me some gigs, Starview, Walker's Bluff, some of those that she does at the wineries.
We just put her on the spot. 100 gigs. That's what
There
we
you
want.
go.
100
Well,
gigs.
I'm at about 60 right now.
Okay, so we only have
far
40 to
this
go.
year. So,
All right, cool,
yeah.
cool.
I'm working on an EP with the band and a single solo. So,
Okay.
and I'm doing that at Miss Under Studio.
Nice.
I'm over in Murfreesboro.
Okay.
And then sometime in the early spring, I'd like to go on a tour.
Nice.
So that's kind of the idea.
Down south, you said?
Down south, yeah.
Okay. Play the Floribama. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of maybe hit 55 and head south. And,
There you go.
Yeah, see what's going on.
You're a free, I mean, you're very much, I can tell you're a guy that gets things done, but a little bit of a free spirit, like to travel and just go out.
Yeah, I mean, I am motivated for my degree, but I also do like playing music. So
You don't want to have any regrets.
Right.
Get it all
right,
done.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you were a joy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank
Enjoyed
you for
having
having
you
me.
on. And we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
You know, you describe it as visual art.
Yes.
It was just a display of imagery that caught my attention.
Yeah.
It wasn't any one thing, it was just a lot of things. And I think you do a remarkable job with photography, and there's something a little extra added, isn't there?
The sweet side of me comes from my dad, who was a famous pastry chef in Europe, and a lot of the things that I do today, obviously, he taught me.
Okay.
So this is kind of my spin-off of a strawberry Romanoff.
I mean, listen, there's a reason you're my favorite. Oh, shh. Did I say that out loud?
I would encourage all of you to pay it forward and let that random act of kindness define us as a nation.
You'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country when the hills rise up to meet you. When the fruit of the land seems to be waiting for you to pick it. Where at the end of every path, you'll find another reason to raise a toast. The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders, adventure, wineries, and unique places to stay. That's how you'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
You're watching The Spiel.
And you know, these segments, I've talked about them often, where I stalk people. I'm sorry, but I do. And when I find works online that I like and we reach out, what we discover many times is that there are actually real people on the other end. Michael A. Bruce, thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
You know, you describe it as visual art.
Yes.
It was just a display of imagery that caught my attention.
Yeah.
It wasn't any one thing, it was just a lot of things. And I think you do a remarkable job with photography, and there's something a little extra added, isn't there?
There's a little bit of a lot of extra added there.
Okay.
I deal with emotion and feeling. A lot of that with what I do.
Okay. Do you go in search of these things, or when you're out and about, you may see something and stop and say, I have to photograph this, or maybe you do it both ways? Okay.
Both. I literally go out scouting places.
Okay.
Going out for a drive, clear my mind, and if I see something, I go for it.
Yeah.
And you know, just a lot of stuff is just everyday stuff that people just don't realize, and I capture it and I bring it to life.
Yeah. Just remembering the photos that we looked at then, it was a landscape, a lake, a body of water, and were those colors real, or did you add some of those colors?
Yes, they were real. You know, you make it, you know, pop out a little bit during the editing process, but I don't take away from it. I try to, you know, do it as I see it.
Sure, sure.
And you know, when it comes to camera, you know, you got to pop it a little bit,
right?
Because you know, it's not necessarily what you see through a camera. It's you know, what you see through your eyes, and you know, editing makes it easier to bring that alive.
Sometimes it falls flat, and if you can recreate what you saw, you're right, because it was definitely rounded, and you've done a great job with that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What about the magic hour? Is there such a thing, the time of day that you like to shoot, maybe early in the morning or later in the evening?
Well, in the evening, and in the morning.
Okay.
Are the best times when the sun's coming up and the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Midday, forget about it.
You seem to be a fan of rain or a darker weather, maybe.
It comforts me.
Okay. That's
It
interesting.
comforts me.
My son feels the same way. He's like, I love the rain. I love it when it's dark, you know.
Right.
So, you've captured some imagery of individuals. One particular photo that we looked at, a person young at heart, just seemed so raw. What was that, and what were you capturing there?
Believe it or not, that gentleman cannot speak, not a word.
Oh, spoke volumes in that picture.
The picture does speak volumes, and because of that, I gave him a voice. That, my friend, is art.
Yeah. Just his struggles, or because that picture there was a little pain there, obviously.
You just don't know what's going on in that brain, you know. But whatever it is, I definitely captured it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know.
I love the. We've had a gentleman on that does the nuts, the bolts, the screws, all the artwork.
Derek Spiller.
Yes, and you photographed a lady holding, was that one of his creations?
That was one of his pieces.
Okay.
He had gotten a hold of me to showcase, and the lady, Alicia McGee, gotten a hold of her to model the piece for us, and we went out doing some shooting.
She did a great job.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
really did.
yeah.
And what about the cabin? It looked like a murky. Where is that? Louisiana, or where is that?
That is a place that I just happened to just be out riding one morning after work.
Okay.
Because it was foggy outside, and I knew previously that it could have been, so I took my camera to work with me.
Counting on
I work
it.
midnights, yeah. So I get off work and I just go and I seen this place in Williamson County, between Johnston City and Heron.
Really? And I thought it was Louisiana, the bayou of Louisiana.
No. And I just happened to see it, and wow, I need to capture this.
Yeah. What's on the horizon? What would you like to maybe photograph that you haven't yet, or you'll just know when you see it?
Well, I'll know when I see it.
Okay.
But I'm interested in doing bands.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
There's a lot of those around here.
Yeah, not necessarily live.
Okay.
But I'd like to take them off stage. I'd like to create an element for them to help complement their sound.
There you go.
You know, I grew up, you know, looking at album covers of the bands I used to listen to.
Yeah.
And that influenced me a lot as a kid. Is the reason why I think I am where I am today.
People, if they haven't, they need to stalk you, as I did, find you online. Is there a better Facebook page or a website, or where would you like them to go?
It is, I use Facebook as a platform.
Okay.
And it's Rebel Imagery VIP.
Rebel Imagery VIP. Now I feel important. There
Yeah.
you go. Well, thank you so much.
Hello.
Pleasure.
And
yes.
goodbye. And hey.
There you go.
Southern Illinois, you're beautiful.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
And then we put some chocolate in there, and you kind of just...
Whoa, you have my attention. Did you say chocolate?
Yeah, this is Belgium chocolate, the best there is. So we're going to put that in here too.
Not only do we work for a bank that puts family first and encourages family first, we are actually a family within this bank.
It doesn't seem like work, it seems like fun. I'm extremely excited about the group of people that we have here. They are a group of people that we laugh together, we cry together, we fight together, we make up together. I get to come to work every day to a place I've never said, you know, I don't want to go to work today.
It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
Prairie Farms presents Did You Know with Chef Rob.
Did you know that Prairie Farms Dairy is owned by over 600 farm families? Locally produced, 100% real dairy, Prairie Farms. Check out our website at prairiefarms.com.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/Spiel On.
And we are spieling it in our Southside Lumber Kitchen, brought to you by Prairie Farms. Super excited, want to get right in it today. Chef Lasse Sorensen, one of my favorites. You've been on the Spiel.
Yes.
Long time. Like the first. You were the first chef. You set the bar so high. You know, now chefs are like, geez, really, I got to do what that guy did? Congratulations,
Well,
and
thank you very
good
much.
to see you again. It's okay that you've cheated on us and you've gone out and did that little show, The Talk with Julie Chen.
Yeah.
You know, I forgive you. I forgive you for
Well,
that.
I mean, you were probably the one that accelerated that, so
I
thank
prepared you. I
Thank
prepared you for
yes.
Julie. Yes,
Mhm.
Julie, you're welcome. Super excited. You've laid out what we're going to do here today.
Yes.
Your world is just so fascinating to so many people, and it's because you create and you make it delicious at the end, and you're not going to give away too many secrets, but hopefully enough today that would allow us to do some of this in our own kitchens.
Well, some of the stuff I'm showing today was things I had to come up with when Julie invited me to the show.
Okay.
She said, you can do whatever you want to do. So I wanted to showcase something that we have in the restaurant.
Sure, Tom's Place. one
And
of my
something,
favorites.
of course, that is appealing to the eye.
Yes.
So that's how these dishes came about.
Right, right.
And,
okay, great. And we're going to do the exact same things here today.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I actually have time to show it, the real, how to do
We
it today.
give you more time, Julie, if you're watching. See, I mean, look at all this. Tom's Place, Route 51, DeSoto, Illinois. You're a destination. People need to seek you out. It's an experience. You go in. You can spend all evening. I mean, you really know how to take care of people.
I tell people when they ask me about the restaurant, the first thing they say is, why are you not in Chicago? Why are you in
Because
DeSoto,
people
Illinois?
love you here. Yes.
And, you know, the short answer is I got off at the wrong station going to Chicago. But the reality of it is I love Southern Illinois, and I really like people here.
Mhm.
And everybody told me when I bought the restaurant 20 years ago, you'll never make it.
And look at you.
And because I took a restaurant that was known from fried chicken, hamburgers, and turned it into a fine dining
I
destination.
guess I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
know that, you know, people seek you out now for your creations and your culinary genius, but I did not realize it was that type of restaurant before.
Yeah, they were famous for frog legs, and once in a while, I have people asking me to recreate stuff, but for the most part now, I have weaned people off medium well done.
There you go.
And raw fish is one of the things 20 years ago I could never serve in the restaurant.
This is a beautiful tuna.
Yeah.
Caught it yourself, or did you just run down today? Or
No, I have some great contacts now, and I can get the freshest fish brought to me every day.
Mhm.
This is ahi #1 out of Hawaiian waters.
Well, look at that.
And what we're making is kind of like a tuna tartar,
Mhm.
and we serve it in the restaurant in a martini glass, so I've just dubbed it tuna tini.
Tuna tini. I
Yes.
like it.
And you basically just chop this fish. I mean, it tastes so fresh and so good, just like this. So
It's like a burst of just fresh water. It's really, really good.
It doesn't take much, really, to get this here to taste well. But a lot of people are afraid of raw fish. So over the years in the restaurant, I've kind of have people trying new things and say, hey, try this. And tuna is one of the interesting things because I would tell them it's meat.
Yes.
And then they would eat it.
Yes.
But if they knew it was raw fish, and then afterward I said, okay, you just had tuna, and they go, no, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we have these chunks in here,
Mhm.
put a little pepper in here, and I use a spice called shishimi togarashi, which is a Japanese
Ooh.
spice. We put that in there.
I like it.
And we put a little sesame seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to put some green onions in there.
Mm-hmm.
And sesame oil, and then some lime. And people can really easily make this at home. This is very simple to make, and all the ingredients, I mean, you can buy all these ingredients in Carbondale. You don't have to go to a special store or anything to get it. All right, this is seaweed salad, and we're gonna start putting a little bit of this here.
And that's made up of?
That's real seaweed. There is pickled.
Okay.
And this is a great appetizer. You have a party.
Oh, sure.
And this is an impressive appetizer to start.
Mm-hmm.
What I like to do is, just like sushi, go straight with avocados.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to put a little avocado on it too. So we're going to give this here a little pizzazz.
Mm-hmm. Now you have to go to some fancy school to learn how to do all this, right?
No, well,
You've been to a few.
I've been to a few schools, yeah. We have it's a soy sauce and wasabi.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to put a little bit of that on top of here.
How do you like to use the heat with your, when you say wasabi, some people would go, oh, I don't know, but it's all in how much you include. And
yeah, I mean, personally, I like it spicy,
I like it too,
but my customers probably doesn't like it as spicy as I,
right.
and so I try to, balance it.
Sure. Now, what's that on top, did you say?
That's, it's seaweed
The same
also.
kind of seaweed? Okay.
And it just gives it that sushi flavor to it.
Uh-huh.
And then what I do is I always serve these fried wontons with it.
Look at that.
And that is kind of the vessel you use to scoop it up.
fork.
It gives you that little bit of a crunch.
Okay.
So go ahead and
May
try
I?
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. To ensure that I do it correctly, why don't you show me the best way to enjoy it?
Well, I like to just take a little bit up here on your chip.
Oh, yes.
And then if you immediately followed it with a little swig of Chardonnay, it's perfect.
Perfect. Salute. Amazing. So good, so light,
thank
so
you.
refreshing.
Okay.
All right, great. Well, we're going to take a break because we're going to prepare some other things, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back.
I really see my role as a partner with people in collaborating with them in terms of their health goals. What I like to do is spend some time listening to what is most important for people, what they most care about. If we implement maybe a little bit of self-discipline or a little bit of dietary structure early on, there's less that has to be restricted later on in the long run. So if anyone is interested in setting up an appointment, all they have to do is contact their physician, and their physician can go ahead and get that referral sent through.
If you've got stuff that needs storage, call the region's premier builder of storage buildings. From pre-built to custom-built buildings made to last a lifetime. K&K Portable Buildings. Visit kkportablebuildings.com.
Now, you saw how fast that tuna teeny went by the wayside. It was gone. I mean, people could not get it out. Individuals who had never tried it loved it.
But this is very interesting too, what I'm cooking now. It's a bacon wrapped salmon. And this is great for wine lovers that likes red wine, because you can introduce, and we have Pinot Noir today, but
there you go.
That bacon will totally make that red wine work with this.
Perfect.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, the first thing we wanna do is make sure we have a little salt and pepper on the actual fish.
Yes.
And salt and pepper, I always say, it's your two best friends when you're cooking.
Salt and pepper.
And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap the salmon. We experiment a lot at Tom's Place and try to be innovative.
Yes.
So I'm always open to new ideas.
There you go.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it down here first where we have the seams underneath, because that'll kind of weld together.
Okay.
You gotta be a little careful with this stuff here. You wanna make sure to move it around.
Because the fish cooks very quickly, doesn't it, usually? Or?
It cooks fairly. What we're gonna do is we're gonna brown it all off and then put it in the oven.
And you're just using the grease from the bacon. There was nothing in that pan when you started.
No, we don't want to introduce any other flavors than just the bacon fat. And what we're going to do is we're going to marry that with some fresh horseradish.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this. The majority of the world's production of horseradish is in Collinsville, Illinois. So it is just such a fantastic flavor as opposed to buying it out of a can.
Yes.
So what you do is you scrape it off, and that's the correct way of doing this. This is so much nicer. Yeah, you can smell it, and it just brings out the flavor.
And it's in Collinsville, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to that farm. We should just go hang there like one day. I love that stuff. I love horseradish. Oh, it's amazing.
And it's very strong.
Yes.
So what I do is, instead of actually putting it in the sauce, I put it on top of the fish in the end, because then people can kind of
gauge how much they want.
Yeah,
That's
gauge
smart.
how much. I put a lot of stuff on because some people really like a lot of it.
Okay. always wondered, when you run a restaurant, how do you gauge what your dining crowd is going to want that evening? You don't ever want to throw things out, so you just have a limited amount, but you make sure you have all palates covered, or how do you do that?
Well, I talk with seafoods.com is who I use.
Okay.
And there's a nice lady there that helps me, Karen. I call her the fish chick.
The fish chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she tells me what's new and exciting every week. So I get everything in the restaurant Tuesday and Wednesday, and sometimes Friday.
Okay.
And working together with her, we get the freshest ingredients from wherever in the world that we want it to come in from,
That's
and she brings it in.
Awesome.
She actually talks to the skipper.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So that brings the best of the best to Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
So we are blessed with the same things they are on the East Coast and the West Coast.
Absolutely.
So you come to my restaurant, you'll get exactly the same products that
Yeah.
they use in restaurants in New York or Los Angeles or
And through
Chicago.
social media, then you can message Chef here, and he'll tell you, tonight, Angie, you order the halibut. That's what he did last time I was in there. See, how about
Yeah.
that? You
Mhm.
told me exactly what to order.
And
So-
you know, I love to interact with people, and I always encourage people when they come to restaurants, if they've never been there before, just ask for me. I'll come out and talk to them, and I will tell them today, this is the best thing we have today.
Right.
All right, we'll put this in the oven.
Okay. And look at that, by the magic of television, the time lapse, it is all done. Okay, so you finish it in the oven, and look,
Yes,
okay.
6 minutes in the oven.
Nice.
And we'll put it over here. And what I like to do is, you know, serve it with some fresh asparagus.
Okay.
So we're gonna just put that underneath. And then this butter sauce that we have is such a nice compliment. I'm gonna put that right on top of there.
Okay.
And then the best thing is the horseradish. You get hooked on this horseradish.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a crisp, fresh feeling in your mouth. I love it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, let's do the dessert. So when we jump
Okay.
in, we're going to be able to get transition
Okay.
right over to that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So the sweet side of me comes from my dad, who was a famous pastry chef in Europe, and a lot of the things that I do today, obviously, he taught me.
Okay.
So this is kind of my spin-off off of a strawberry Romanoff. So what we're going to do is we quartered some strawberries, put in here, and we're going to put a little sugar. And
Is it rude, Chef, not to pay attention, or can we go ahead and
No,
eat
you can go
something?
ahead and
Okay,
enjoy that.
excellent. Okay, because I'm here with your nephew, right?
And what I like to do is on the orange here, I like to take a little bit of this
Oh, the zest.
zest in here, just a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use some of this, making sure we don't get any seeds in, but if you do get seeds in, just pick them out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this marinates a little bit, and so in the meantime, I have whipped cream. And what I like to do with the whipped cream, I put a little bit of almond paste in there, and the whipped cream is unsweetened. And it's important because with the strawberries being that sweet, you don't really need a lot of sweetness. And the almond paste is sweet too. And then we put some chocolate in there, and you kind of just,
Whoa, you have my attention. Did you say chocolate?
yeah, this is
Okay.
Belgium chocolate, the best there is. So we're going to put that in here too. So we're going to place this on top of here. And this is another dessert, you know, you can make it well in advance. It's easy to do. So this is my only hiccup on national TV I had. When I put the mint on the talk, I set fresh time, so all my chefs in the
Dun,
kitchen
dun,
has haunted me. We have
Oh.
we have an herb garden where we grow our own herbs, so they've changed the box where it has fresh mint. It now says time and has a smiley face underneath. So
I love it.
You know, you make one mistake.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to try the dessert. I mean, listen, there's a reason you're my favorite. Oh, shh. Did I say that out loud? We're not rolling, are we? Yeah. Oh, we are? Okay. Well, then you got that. Then he is my favorite. To summarize, your commitment statement. You know, you've been doing this we just shared, you've been doing it since you were 14 years old. Why do you keep coming back to the kitchen, and what is it that you want the end result to be every time?
You know, I've done so many different things in the last 20 years other than cooking too, but the passion is really to the interaction with other people when you eat. And one of the things that really has grown on me in the last couple of years is with all this political stuff going on and everything. Nonsense, yeah. When you sit down with people and you have a nice meal, and it doesn't matter how far you are apart opinion-wise, it brings people together.
It does.
That's what's so amazing, and that's what I love to do. I see people from all walks of life come to the restaurant. I know them, and you know, they're just happy. We break bread together, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So food is really the future, because with all the stuff going on in this crazy world, this is something we can all agree about.
We all agree on it,
yeah.
absolutely. And you are one of my favorites.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit SpielOn.com.
When you lose your teeth, you lose not just the ability to chew and eat and smile, which is a big thing, but you lose a part of yourself.
It was life-changing when I came into Dr. Hughes. It showed me videos and models, and these are the choices we had. These were the options.
Training matters, experience matters. The thing which is extremely important is compassion. It brings back your ability to chew, restoring a sense of dignity.
Come in and see Dr. Hughes, the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
We have a strong interest in supporting the farming community. Some of our lenders are actual farmers themselves, and so we understand both ends of the business.
Seeing farmers succeed has been a passion of mine. It's awful nice to have a locally owned bank.
Legence Bank is a true community bank.
We want to make it so easy for our customers.
We're always on the cutting edge of new technology.
Remote deposit capture
allows for easy access.
There is a difference. If they come to Legence Bank, they'll see the difference.
Spiel close, take one.
No, whoa. Back. Okay, here's the deal. So we do these fabulous segments. Wouldn't you agree with our musicians, our artists?
Absolutely.
We do the kitchen, and sometimes the chefs, especially the good ones,
right?
They like to cook or prepare things with a liqueur, or they like to pair it with a beautiful wine.
You know, I didn't even know what liqueur meant.
So anyway, you know, we're enjoying a nice glass of Chardonnay, and then we switch up. Of course, we pour it out, what we don't drink, you know.
You pour it back in the bottle, obviously.
Pour it out or pour it in the bottle, whatever.
Right.
And then we might change, we might do a white, whatever. But sometimes in the desserts, there can be a lovely liqueur or something that might be of the alcohol nature, and apparently you didn't catch that part.
No, I was focused on something else, and I did not notice that.
And what did you say to me when we started this last segment?
I said, "Hey, do these strawberries have alcohol in them?"
Okay, look. Listen, anything in moderation is okay. Rob is what we like to call a teetotaler, and I'm so proud of you for that. So
I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, it means zero alcohol, which is good, but steer clear of the desserts.
Right.
And we will be driving
those
Rob
kind of
home
desserts, yeah.
for his. Yeah, we will be driving him home.
I need a little assistance.
I'm kidding. No. Are you serious? No. Tell the people that you're.
I am actually not
You're
drunk.
good. He's not intoxicated.
I feel warm.
The moment that he found out that there was liquor in there, you're like, oh,
I only ate the rest of it.
You did.
And then I put it to the
And then you ate
side.
the second one, and then you put it to the side. It was great.
And then I couldn't stand up.
Okay. Hey, anyway, Rob, the guy that you're seeing here, is responsible for editing a lot of the show. Is there anything that you would like to say to our viewers, or our viewers say to you in regards to, if you want to see anything, you email Rob at
let me know.
SpielOn.com.
Rob at SpielOn.com. Let me know what you want to see.
Yeah. And what it must be like to spend hours and hours with the footage that we do.
Each episode takes about 15 hours to edit.
That's because Julie just...
I have to cut out so much of her. It's so insane. She'll just go on a rant. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. And we're only saying that because obviously she's not here. She's not here.
Right.
She's the easy.
Right.
You don't have anything bad to say about me, do you? Okay, you're good. You do have a lot to say about me, don't you?
What?
Okay. See, the strawberry.
I have plenty of stuff I could say. Hey, now.
Okay.
Watch that.
He's been violated. Anyway, there's a word Are we gonna let Ben the intern? Oh my gosh, this is Ben the intern. Come here, Ben. Ben's not gonna be able to be here with us on many shows, so you can, okay, Ben, yeah, you can wave at the camera and use this as an opportunity. We've appreciated having you here. Ben is actually brilliant. Brilliant Ben is what we call him. You have what degree from
I'm
SIU?
going to be graduating in the spring with a marketing degree.
Awesome. And he's, I'm sorry, listen, if you need a marketing person, tough luck. He's already, that's right, he's already with us. So that was a huge commercial for you and you don't even have to pay us. Do you love it?
I enjoy that, yeah.
Okay, anything else you'd like to say to our viewers or no? Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Hi, Mom, Matt.
Yeah, hi, Mom. Yeah. It should be recorded.
One mom to another, yes, absolutely. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And what's our word? We have a word? We're about to have a word according to Rob. The one-legged ski, a slalom. Oh, Jason, you know what? Slalom. It means just a one ski slalom. So look it up. I think it's like one ski, whatever. All right. That's it. What else? Find us on YouTube. Oh, Insta, Growing Media, right? Instagram, Growing Media. Growing Media produces the Spiel, so we would appreciate your support there. And like us on Facebook. And we did receive reports today that everybody's Facebook account is about to change. You guys get yours? The profile, everything's going to change? But find us because it's important, all right? Julie, get your hind end back here. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
It's a rainy night coming late out of the dojo. No lights, dark out on the parking lot. Looking for my car, thought I left it here before. Get a feeling that something ain't right. Moving shadows, hear the sound of 2 feet. See my car where my keys, kinda getting spooky. Oh God, now it's coming from behind. My cell is gone dead as I slowly turn around and go.
Hey guys, my name is Jorge Machaen. I just did the Spiel. I did stand-up comedy. It was fantastic. Everybody was super professional, hilarious off camera. Super great experience. I highly recommend for any other artists to come by here and show their talent.
They don't know I'm swinging like Bruce Lee. My heart's beating fast now, I'm about to pass out. Suddenly my brain.
Alright, hi, I'm Ethan Taylor Stephenson, musician here in the area. I had a blast being on the Spiel.
No, they're lurking in the shadows. Suddenly, monsters all around me. All I see, 100 ninja zombies.
So this stuff is so good, Jason decided that he had to finish it all. He's eating the rest of it. This is whatever's left in the bowl here. How good is it?
I'm a big fish man. I love fish.
Yeah.
And lime. And tartar.
On this reel I'm doing every Friday starting with a